Hi everyone, this is a quick video, kind of a comparison video. I have my Benchmade 275 Adamas knife. It's the big knife I was referring to in my last unboxing video, a kind of goofy video. But it's funny. Usually I get a new knife that I play with for the first day or two. Carry it around, may or may not use it. But and then I kind of go back to my standard EDC knife and my Sebenza or whatever I'm leaning to at the time. Right now I'm still loving the Sebenza, so it's kind of my favorite EDC. But it's been several days now since I've had the Adamas, and I have to say I've still been carrying it around. It's not not going through your urban environment every day, kind of a gentleman's knife, but around the house, kind of doing stuff, utility things out in the yard, whatever. I like this knife. It's surprisingly better than what I thought it would be, despite the size. It's ergonomic. The handle is fully skeletonized all the way through the scale, which you don't see too often. And I think it just kind of looks cool. It has a good weight to it. It's, I think, for me, pretty ergonomic. The blade is smoothed out. You may remember in my unboxing that it was a little slow to deploy, but it's eased up just like any other axis lock Benchmade, and I really do like it. And so I wanted to, let me keep going with that. I was a little surprised that I've had a lot of quality issues with Benchmade in the past. Not terrible, but if you can look at my old videos, and I was complaining about the sharpness of the knife and some other things. And generally speaking, that's sometimes what you see with this price range of a knife. I think Spyderco's always done a better job quality-wise. But anyways, this one came perfect. There's no wiggle, any direction, up and down, left and right, nothing. The lock is just fine. The axis lock, it opens smoothly now. It's not cumbersome or anything like that. It just works like my 940. And the blade alignment was perfect as well. Okay, so that's good quality for Benchmade here. Good job. Yeah, so I wanted to compare it to a couple knives. It is a big knife, but it's hard to tell in a video. What does that really mean? What does a big knife mean? Well, let's look at a couple of examples. What I think are okay examples. I think this is in the size class of like an old Strider AR. A pretty big knife. I don't have one, but another example of the size class would be the zero tolerance Strider knives, the 300 in this case. I have the titanium back, frame lock, recurve blade, and you can see this is about the same. The recurve blade makes it a little shorter, but overall this is just almost exactly the same size. The handle on the 300 is more wide, of course. The 300 has the flipper and the axis lock. It's hard to close one-handed. I'll lop off a finger. But yeah, you can go back and look at my other video about this one. But it's this is what you can compare it to. I think it's equivalent class, and the Adamas knife is way cheaper. So another one, I thought, for some reason, this one I'm going to show you is smaller, but for some reason they have a very similar vibe. Maybe it's like the military theme or something, but I thought the Elmar sear knife was a close comparison. You can see it's just a little bit smaller, but it kind of has a similar handle shape. The blade is obviously very different. Both of them do have that unique Swedge design up top. and they both have the deep pocket carry. So, and then I think the Almar is more expensive here. It has the standard frame lock here, so it's not as, I don't think the lock is as strong as the Axis lock. Another one that this might be a little bit of a stretch, but hey, they're both tan. Now, anyways, it's the Spyderco Mannix, and it's kind of the mid-size to large beefy style folder. You can see it's definitely smaller than the Adamas here, but similar in strength, heavy dutiness. So hopefully that gives you an idea around how big it really is. I guess real quickly, let me show you blade width of the 300 and the Adamas. Pretty close. I would say that the Adamas on the left side there is still the wider blade. I'm trying to think of some other examples. Like I said, the AR, Shredder AR I think would be in this class. The I don't know, the XM18s, and I think the XM24 would be way bigger than this. Maybe about the same size. The blade would be longer, of course, but that would be similar in style, much more expensive. And I had a good suggestion from my long-term subscribers that the K-Bar Mule is very similar to this knife. So that might be another comparison point. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any other things this would be comparable to, please post a comment.